What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one we're going to be doing a Season 7 video. I know that this is probably one of the most hated seasons of The Walking Dead, which is why I wanted to do kind of trying to look at the season and trying to pick out 10 things that are positive, 10 things that are, that I like about The Walking Dead Season 7, since it is such a hated season. Let's give our thoughts. What are 10 things that I like, or what you guys like about The Walking Dead Season 7? Okay, guys, so this is going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today. Of course, this one I want to discuss The Walking Dead Season 7. This video is really kind of a video to try to back up Season 7 as best as I can, because honestly, this is probably the most hated season The Walking Dead has ever had. Either this one or Season 8. Definitely, it's debatable what's worse, Season 8 or Season 7. But I want to discuss Season 7. Maybe we can do a video like this for Season 8 as well, maybe in another week or so. But I want to discuss, I tried my very best to pick out 10 things that, in my opinion, are very, good about The Walking Dead. 10 things that I like about The Walking Dead Season 7. Because there's got to be at least 10 things that that are good, that are worth mentioning. And the thing is too is that and I don't know if you guys know this, but during this break I have been watching Walking Dead. I have been doing a marathon of The Walking Dead, and I'm currently watching Season 7 right now. And I figured this is a really good time to discuss this topic while I'm actually watching this season. So I came up with 10 different things that that I like about Season 7, and I'm going to try to basically discuss those and try to kind of stick up for Season 7 as best as I can, even though it is a pretty weak season compared to some of the other seasons of The Walking Dead. So, without further ado, let's start off with number 10. Coming in at number 10 is going to be Rosita gets more screen time. So that's the first thing I like about Season 7. Now, this one I know can be argued. That's why I put it only at number 10, is because I know a lot of people don't like Rosita in Season 7. However, for me, I have to put this at a positive for the season, because beforehand, from Season 4 and then 5 and 6 especially, I didn't really care about Rosita that much. Season 7 is what really made me care about her character. And then from Season 7 all the way to Season 10, I've always loved Rosita, but this is the season that actually made me care about Rosita's character. And I have to give her credit for that. So yeah, number 10, Rosita gets more screen time. So I'll let you guys discuss that one. Number 9 is going to be Morgan kills again. So this one for me is a really big deal in this season, because of course he's pretty much in peace mode throughout the entire the entirety of Season 5, at least when we saw him, the entirety of Season 6, and, most of Season 7. And finally with Episode 13, Bury Me Here, yes, it's brutal what he does and stuff like that, but he really does go back to kind of that clear mode Morgan. But for All Out War, I think it's very useful to have Morgan in clear mode, because otherwise, Morgan would be useless in All Out War. So having Morgan going back to the whole, killing people thing, I actually kind of like it, honestly, in retrospect, because honestly Morgan would be totally useless in All Out War if he stayed in peace mode, or gotten killed. So yeah, number 9 is going to be Morgan kills again. Number 8 is going to be Maggie takes over Hilltop. So I love this. I really, really do. In the comics, I feel like we got into this stuff a little bit more. Maybe I'm saying that because, Lauren Cohan left and we didn't have as much time with her, but I really like seeing more, Maggie take over Hilltop. I think in terms of kind of a subplot, a sub-story to Season 7, this is one of the best ones, because we get to pretty much know that Gregory's a big pushover, and Maggie is not. Maggie is far from a pushover, and, Maggie really kind of leads the Hilltop people, and she really just, I love how she takes her comic storyline, and if anything they make with Lauren Cohan, they just make it way better than that comic version. So that is another thing I really have to say I love about Season 7. Number 7 is going to be Simon and Gregory. So, I know maybe for some people you may disagree, but I have to put this at number 7 because these two are just so entertaining. Honestly, I can't. These two characters, honestly, are so much fun to watch when they're on screen. Stephen Ogg and Xander Berkeley, just, I don't know, the way they kind of play off each other in their scenes, they're so awesome. And, yeah, Gregory's a pushover and stuff like that, but, I don't know, I I love these two. Every time they're on screen in season 7, they steal the show from me. The both of them, you know? And that leads me to my number 6 spot. Number 6 is going to be Simon himself. Now, Stephen Ogg honestly just steals the show, like I said, all the time. He really, really kind of just makes you more interested in the scenes when he's there. I love the run scenes at Hilltop, the scene with him and Rick at Alexandria when they're looking for Daryl, and, you know, aside from that, he doesn't do too much in season 7. He has more screen time in season 8, but Simon really did a good job at really just kind of, every scene he's in, it matters. Even if it's like the tiniest little scene, it matters every time Simon is on screen. You know, my eyes are just wide open when I see Simon. You know, I'm like, oh my god, Simon's here, you know? He really is kind of that character. You can't really ignore it when he's there, you know? It's just impossible. He's there, he's in your face, and honestly, he's an amazing character. I love Simon. But that's just my opinion. Number 5 is going to be The Kingdom. So, I put The Kingdom at number 5 as things I like about Season 7, mainly because I think they did a good job of The Kingdom. I think The Kingdom really turned out great in the TV series version. Ezekiel and Jerry really become forefront characters, a lot more important than what I thought they were going to be back in Season 7. And The Kingdom feels way more alive than Hilltop did in Season 6. You gotta admit that. Hilltop in Season 6 was so just underwhelming. And then The Kingdom comes in Season 7, and it's just full of life. You got people all over the place. You got horses and everything. The Kingdom feels like what the Hilltop should have also been in Season 6. And that's why I love The Kingdom. I think, if anything, The Kingdom had a better introduction than Hilltop. And even if it was just Morgan and Carol, I'm talking about as a community overall, I think The Kingdom had a better introduction. But that's just my opinion. Number 4 is going to be Negan and Carl. So, one of the best aspects about Season 7 for me is just the dynamic between Negan and Carl. Yes, right from the comic, and maybe you could say the comic version is better, but I really love seeing Chandler Riggs and Jeffrey D. Morgan acting in a scene. I think it's amazing. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see as much of it as what we were all anticipating because, you know, Gimple decided to kill him off, unfortunately. But of course, that's Gimple for you. But, you know, I have to say, I'm very, very impressed on how well acted the scenes were between the two. Like I said, I like the comic version of Negan and Carl better, I have to say, but I do like what they did with Chandler and Jeffrey in this version. And I think that episode specifically, Sing Me a Song, is one of the best, one of the funniest and most entertaining scenes of Season 7 for me. Number 3, of course, is going to go to, just simply number 3, the Season 7 premiere. I mean, you want to talk about an episode that is just seriously epic. I mean, honestly. I'm not going to go into it very much because I know there's some people that don't like this episode because, you know, they're a big Abraham fan or big Glenn fan. I'm a big fan of both, and I absolutely love this episode, you know, because, honestly, anybody that hates on the Season 7 premiere, you can't deny that, you know, even if you are a huge Abraham fan or a huge Glenn fan, this episode was well done. And, you know, I think, honestly, the Season 7 premiere, even though it got a lot of people to stop watching the show because some of their favorites were killed, you can't deny the Season 7 premiere was, you know, absolutely incredible. Which makes me also, speaking of an episode of Walking Dead, an incredible episode, number 2 is going to be simply the Season 7 finale. You also want to talk about an amazing episode of The Walking Dead. I know some people, you know, they don't like the Sasha stuff. I love it. I think the Abraham returning for Sasha's end is really good. Also because Sasha's death is very similar to, in a way, you know, Holly's death, but in this case, I care a lot more about Sasha than I did for Holly in the comic. And they remixed it and had hallucinations with Abraham. So I think Sasha's death was way better than the comic version where they had Holly die in the same type of situation. As well as the Kingdom coming in, the frickin' tiger coming in, like, you know, the gunfight. I mean, just such an exciting episode, honestly, all the way through. I absolutely love it. And even though it does not, you know, we've had setup all season, and then when you get to this finale, it's just such a payoff. And like I said, you know, I'm gonna say, I don't think Season 7 finale, honestly, is, you know, one of their, you know, their worst episodes. I know so many people say that, like, oh, well, they could have done it better and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to disagree. I think that the Season 7 finale had so many things in it that just felt so rewarding when you watch it through. And it's it's just so exciting. I honestly could watch the episodes 1,000 times over. And honestly, the season 7 premiere is probably better than most of All Out War on its own. So that's also something worth mentioning. You know, that's definitely something I had to talk about as well, because season 8, honestly, very underwhelming season for a lot of people. For me too, a little bit. But honestly, the season 7 finale for me was the true like big war moment when the tiger came in, and I was like, holy crap, like this is exciting. So that's just my opinion. Love the season 7 finale. And the number one spot, I know I'm going to create a division when it comes to this one, but my number one spot, my favorite thing about The Walking Dead season 7 is Negan. So, honestly, any Negan fans can back me up on this one. Negan steals the show. And if it wasn't, and I really have to put him at number 1, because look at season 7 without Negan. Man, what a crappy season it would be. It already is one of people's least favorite seasons, but if you X out Negan and you have, like, I don't know, Simon lead the Saviors or something during season 7, like Negan doesn't even exist, would you just imagine even more how bad, the Savior storyline in season 7 would be? Negan steals the show, and that's really the one thing I'm trying to say. Negan steals the show, and, Jeffrey D. Morgan, honestly, I'm so happy that he stuck around the show for this long, but specifically in season 7, when we were just getting used to his character, oh man, honestly, I couldn't honestly be more appreciative to Jeffrey D. Morgan in season 7. Absolutely amazing. So, when I talk about all these things, when I talk about all 10 of these things, I almost make it sound like this season is really good. And these 10 things I think are very good aspects of season 7. So season 7 is not all bad. It's just there's a lot of aspects of it that aren't that good. That's really the only thing we got to say at this point. So, anyway, that's my list. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. What are 10 things that you enjoyed about The Walking Dead season 7, or even just top 5, whatever? Those are mine. Do you guys agree? Would you guys switch the list up a little bit? I have a feeling maybe some people would, maybe tweak the list and kind of fix a couple things and fix some of the numbers on the list. But that's mine. I want to hear yours in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if you're new here, click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead videos. Follow Dance Walking Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.